Today I'm going to go over the barbell incline bench press. Keep in mind this exercise or this particular movement pertains to dumbbell work. It'll pertain to other chest pressing type machines, even specifically incline, okay? You're going to see a common thread that I talk about in terms of rib position that we talked about before with decline and the flat bench, okay? So this is a really great exercise for obvious reasons of chest development and whatnot, but I actually really like this exercise primarily because if I'm holding a really good body position, I create a lot of stretching, positive, good stretching in my pec, okay? So I get trying to fight the idea of trying to be so anteriorly tight and stay opened up to help my breathing, to help my explosive power, my range of motion, all that good stuff, okay? So keep that in mind when we're doing this. This is obviously a great strength training exercise or hypertrophy exercise, but it's also a really good mobility movement. If you keep in mind that this guy right here, the weight that's on the bar, is not your measure of success. It's how you move in addition to the weight that you move, okay? So really quickly, first and foremost, feet need to be flat on the ground, okay? If the feet are moving, the shoulders cannot be stable. It's a physiological impossibility. So if your feet are moving, your shoulders are constantly trying to adjust. You see it all the time in incline bench press, but that's a lot of times because the bench itself, right, it's not for tall people, it's for short people or whatever it may be. That all being equal, okay, first things first, keep those feet nice and flat on the ground. Also because if this bench is wonky, and you'll see here in a minute, right, like we talked about in the flat bench press and all these sort of things, if I want to stabilize, what do? Contract my glutes. And when I contract my glutes, it prohibits this arch from happening. If you are in this arch position on the incline bench press, you are not doing yourself a favor, okay? You're really, really going to stress out the shoulders in a way that you don't want, okay? So really keeping this rib cage down, and also things that you commonly see and don't even realize it. You see people doing bench press as the bar comes down, you see their head come off. Their head contraction is trying to create shoulder space that has been taken away by the rib cage. It's creating a compensation. So rib cage needs to stay back, head needs to stay on the bench. Glutes need to be contracted into the ground, okay? So from there, your bench press is like any other bench press, okay? Glutes are tight, bar comes over the drop zone or the intended position in which I'm going down toward, okay? Glutes are nice and tight, right? Wrists, to the best of my ability, stay above my elbows, contracting my glutes, full range of motion, change direction. Contract glutes, 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 glutes to keep, why do I keep saying glutes? Because if I don't contract my glutes, as the bar comes down, the rib cage begins to pitch, okay? And we do not want the rib cage in this position, okay, unless the sport dictates it like powerlifting, okay? So keep that in mind. Yes, you're gonna feel a lot of pec and shoulder tightness. The only way to really combat that is make sure we're stable with our glutes so I can flex my lats, right? Because if my lats are engaged, now I can stretch the pec out. If the lat isn't engaged, we get rotation of the humerus. We get this, okay? We get a lot of shoulder pain, okay? So you see big guys doing big weight, that's awesome, but I like to do the weight well before I do the big weight, so keep that in mind before you throw yourself into a heavy incline barbell, dumbbell, or machine. So this is the barbell incline bench press.